Deep in the heart of the Yucatan Peninsula, where the jungle stretches endlessly and the air hums with the songs of unseen creatures, there stands a pyramid unlike any other. This is the pyramid of the Magician in Uxmal, an ancient city of the Maya. Its smooth, rounded sides rise high above the treetops, a silent guardian of secrets buried in time. But this is not just a pyramid. It is a place of fire, of serpents, and of a legend so powerful it still whispers through the stones today. Long ago, before the cities of stone, before the first temples touched the sky, the land of Uxmal was ruled by a cruel king. His name has been lost to time, but his deeds have not. He was a man who demanded blood for the gods, who took without mercy, and who feared nothing. Except one thing. Prophecy spoke of a child, born under the light of a dying star, who would one day rise against him and bring fire to his throne. And so, the king ordered his warriors to watch the skies. When the star appeared, burning red like an ember in the night, they were to search every village, every hut, and take every newborn child. None would survive. For years the star did not come. The king grew bold, believing himself safe. But the gods do not forget. One evening, as the sun sank beneath the jungle, the red star flared to life. It burned so bright that even the moon dimmed beside it. The king's warriors rode out, their blades sharp, their hearts cold. They searched village after village, but no child was found. For in a small hut, hidden beneath the roots of an ancient ceiba tree, a mother had given birth to a boy. She had seen the star. She knew what it meant. With tears in her eyes, she wrapped her son in cloth and carried him deep into the jungle. There, at the base of a ruined shrine, she placed him on the stones. "If the gods wish you to live," she whispered, "they will protect you." Then she was gone, vanishing in the shadows. The boy did not cry. He did not stir. But the earth beneath him trembled. From the cracks in the stones something stirred. Not a beast, not a man, but a serpent. Its scales were black as night, its eyes glowing like coals. It coiled around the child, not to harm him, but to shield him. And then, as if summoned by an unseen force, more serpents came. Dozens. Hundreds 13, Lebivansi, Nai, Cantabanais. Their bodies wove together, forming a living nest around the boy. When the warriors came, they found only serpents. They drew their blades, but the creatures did not flee. Instead they rose, hissing, their mouths opening to reveal not fangs, but flames. Fire burst forth. So hot it turned the warriors' armor to molten metal. The jungle itself seemed to scream as the men fell, one by one, until only ash remained. The boy grew in the care of the fire serpents. They taught him the secrets of flame, the language of the earth, and the power of the old gods. By the time he reached manhood, he was no longer just a child. He was a force of nature. His skin bore the marks of the serpents, his voice carried the whisper of fire, and his eyes burned with the same light as the star under which he was born. He returned to Uxmal not as a beggar, not as a prisoner, but as a challenger. The king, hearing of his approach, laughed. "Let him come," he said. "No man can stand against me." But when the boy stood before the palace, he did not speak. He simply raised his hands. From the earth, the fire serpents erupted. They slithered up the walls of the palace, their bodies igniting the very stones. The king screamed as the flames surrounded him, as his throne melted beneath him. The people of Uxmal watched in awe as the palace burned, as the tyrant fell, and as the boy, now a man, stood unharmed in the heart of the inferno. When the fires died, the people expected him to take the throne. But he did not. Instead, he walked to the center of the city and placed his hands upon the ground. The earth shook. The stones groaned. And then from the very soil, the pyramid of the magician began to rise. It grew taller and taller, its smooth sides gleaming in the sunlight. At its peak, the man stood one last time, looking over the city he had freed. Then, without a word, he stepped into the sky and vanished. Some say he became the wind. Others say he walks the jungle still, watching over those who remember the old ways. But one thing is certain. The fire serpents never left. Even now, when the sun sets and the shadows grow long, travelers swear they see shapes moving in the stones of the pyramid. Not snakes, not men, but something older, something wiser. And if you listen closely, when the night is still, you might hear the faintest hiss of flame. The pyramid of the magician still stands in Uxmal. Its secrets are many, its stories endless. But the greatest of them all is the tale of the boy who walked with fire, the king who fell to ash, and the serpents who wait, patient, eternal, for the day they are needed once more.